schoolhouse. I'm getting ready to log in to go to Zaleski State Forest backpacking trail. I've never done this before. Been down here before to go to Lake Hope. It's beautiful here in Vinton County. I think there's more turkeys in this county than people, but it's actually one of the most beautiful areas in Ohio. Here's the kiosk where you log in. Okay, so here we are. Here at Zaleski State Forest. I'm parked down here at Cope Schoolhouse. My plan, and plans are subject to change based on the fact that I've never done a backpacking trip before and how I'll feel hiking, is I'm going to start off here down by the schoolhouse. It's 1.9 miles to the connector trail. And then I'm going to go south along the southern loop. There's 2 campsites. I'll get water at campsite 1. And then I'll make it to campsite 2, which is 7.2 miles. My plan is to have lunch here and then move on. However, if I feel like I'm wiped out, I might stay here tonight. If I move on, I'll continue along the top of the south loop to connector K, and I'll move up here along the northern loop, or toward the northern loop, I should say, to point N. I'll make a 1 mile walk in then to campsite 3. That's where I'd like to stay tonight. Make it a long day, be 13 miles. Probably take me all day. Then tomorrow I would do the northern loop, which is a little over 6 miles. And then Wednesday I would take the western loop back, which would be all the way back down here, back to the bottom. Then make it connector trail. I'm doing terrible with this video. Connector trail, and then back out to my car on Wednesday afternoon sometime. That's the plan. It's beautiful out right now, but it's gonna be in the 80s. Chance of thunderstorms. I know they had storms last night, so I don't know how much flooding there is. I was hoping there'd be no rain, but there was, so that is what it is. But I'm starting my day off here. I'll have a map. I already had a map with me, but they provided them here, which is nice. I haven't made it on the trail yet, and I find a little baby snapper here. Hi, buddy. How are you doing? He doesn't want to get moving. I don't want him to get hit, though, either. So I'm going to help him out here. So let's see. He's not happy. He's biting. But we'll put him down. He can make his way back to the pond. But he was biting at me. He wasn't happy. The trailhead, those orange blazes. A little muddy. We got rain here last night. I was hoping it would hold off for a while, but I guess I got a pretty bad storm, so hopefully I won't slide on my butt when I go up this hill, so I'll keep you posted. Well, made it the first 2 miles, got it through the connector path. That first third is probably mostly uphill. It's no joke, especially because I didn't know what I was in for. It is humid as anything today. It's more like summertime. It's May 14th. But in Ohio, we go from winter to summer. We don't really have spring sometimes, and today is one of those days. It's beautiful out though, but it's humid. So almost went through a liter of water in the first 2 miles. Fortunately, I'm moving on. I'll be going to campsite 1 here. So I'm gonna hit campsite 1. It's not that far down the path here. Gonna take out the pack, have some snacks, have a drink. Fortunately, there's water at each campsite, so I'll reload some water. Put some, I got some electrolyte to put in, so I'm going to load up on those, have a snack, and then get to campsite 2 for lunch. Right now I'm on pace. It's going to be about an hour to a little less to get the first 2 miles done. I was happy with that. So if I keep going steady and I keep hydrated, I think I'll get my goal today. But I'm not going to make that final decision until I get to lunchtime. So I'll check in later. Thanks. Well, made it to campsite 1. Been fumbling around here for a little bit to get water refilled. There's, fortunately, like I said, well water here, which is nice. I still filtered it because I need to practice it, and 2, I just don't want it to be the well water taste. I'm hoping. I did put some Propel with Gatorade in my water bottle, so I'm hoping the electrolytes help me. I'm sweating like a pig right now. My head is soaking wet. Gonna have a little RX bar action for a snack, and then head to lunch. All right, made it past campground 1, heading to campground 2, which is going to be lunch, and where I make the decision whether I stay there or head on to 3. Right now I feel good. It's humid as anything. Just having a hard time even gripping things to open up to pour my electrolyte stuff out. It was just, I had to tear it with my teeth. My hands were so sweaty. My hat is drenched. I had sunglasses, but they were useless. They're just covered in sweat. I couldn't even see out of them if I put them away. So fortunately, I'm in the green tunnel here, so sun won't be a problem too much. It's beautiful, just humid. Other than that, it's great. The trail's in pretty good shape. It's wet. I just talked to a guy who stayed last night. He said they got dumped on, but he said he slept great because the rain was good. So onward and upward. Talk to you later. Nice to see the states taking care of the forest. They do prescribed burns up here where I'm heading now. This trail's great. This park's great. Ohio doesn't have a lot of backpacking areas, but kudos for what it has, at least the parts I've been on, because they take pride in it. I wish we had something like an AT group to take care of more of it, but as far as Zaleski, the Lake Hope area, Hocking Hills, it's awesome. So kudos to you, Division of Forestry for the state. Well, if you ever want to know where Moonville is, it is that away somewhere. Actually, Moonville used to be a town that used to produce, I think, iron ore. There was a big iron ore smelting area back in the 19th century. Then there's the new Moonville ghost, a guy who was allegedly hit by a train, and he still kind of haunts these woods. So maybe I'll run into him tonight. Who knows? But now we know the direction to Moonville. First vista really of the day. Very pretty. I think it was a month earlier I'd be able to see more, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Worth climbing up here. Okay, so it's 11:30 in the morning. We're about 2 more miles from campsite 2, where I plan on stopping having lunch. We're about 5 miles in, a little over 5 miles in so far. So in 3.5 hours, I feel I'm doing pretty good. However, it's starting to wear on me. Probably learned a couple lessons. One, instead of taking a break sooner than this, I finished off the other liter of water, and I had a 2nd liter, but I kept it back in my pack. I'm trying to make good time because I'm worried about the weather, whether I'm going to press on or not. So I probably should have stopped sooner, but now I'm stopping. I'm having some water. Then we're going to plow on the campsite 2, have lunch. Then I'll make a decision whether I'm going to stay there or go to 3. I'm not going to make the decision while I'm hungry and hot. That's just bad decision making either way, because if I decide to plow on and then I'm toast, then my biggest concern is there's supposed to be thunderstorms later today. There's only 3 places to camp, and I'm going to be at the 2nd of 3 here in about an hour. So we'll make that call when we get there. I am dripping with sweat. It is beautiful. The trail is great. I'm having a blast. So pros with the cons. Talk to you later. Not a bad little stretch to be walking along. Beautiful weather, beautiful pond. A little sticky, but that's all right. So just thought you guys would enjoy this view. It's beautiful. Well, it's going to be campground 2. Old age and heat and humidity won out over stubbornness and willingness to try to go harder, and stupidity probably. So 7.2 miles, took me about 5 hours. That last 2 was killer. Every uphill was dying. In fact, I stopped 9/10 of a mile from here because I just was toast. So I'm gonna have some lunch here in a little bit. There's campsites here, but this looks more like a hammock, and it's down a little lower than I want to be because it's supposed to rain. So I'm gonna climb the hill here in a minute. Looks like there's sites up there. There's a privy here. There's water here. I've got somebody already has a fire pit here going. You don't know how happy I am to see that sign. I gotta load up. I've gone through about a gallon of water so far today. I've needed every bit of it. Got a good campsite up the hill. Somebody left some firewood down below, so we're gonna take that and use it tonight. Set my tent up in a little bit, probably have lunch first, and then set my tent up. I've got all afternoon to chill out. Might get a little afternoon nap in. But we are done for the day. 7.2 miles. Pretty good for my first day ever. Thanks. Hello, Mr. Salamander. I see you. Well, I made it in the tent. I haven't set up the pad yet. I think it's going to rain here in a few minutes, so I wanted to get the shelter up as fast as I could. I'm dying of heat and stroke. In fact, I left a water bottle out there I should go get, but I don't know if I want to scramble out there to get it. I got water right now here. So I was going to blow down the hill. I'll get it after the storm blows through, but I'm glad I made the decision I did. I'm glad I'm sitting in this tent. I don't have anything set up yet as far as dinner, but I do have bars and things so I can eat. But hopefully this will blow through and I can eat. So if you hear the storms coming, I'll let you know. The weather's about to turn on me. I sit here and, as REO Speedwagon say, ride the storm out. So hopefully it won't be too bad. And as it's been nice, I've been listening to a podcast, so just relaxing in my tent. Hopefully the storm will pass and cool things down a little bit, and then I'll get some dinner going. I'll keep you posted if it gets worse. Well, I'm kind of hibernated. Actually, got lucky. It really didn't rain much here. I guess we missed huge storms from what I saw on the radar. I was getting a little bit of service. But no, it was kind of a nice afternoon. I listened to a podcast, chilled out. Cloud cover came, cooled things down. Now it's hot again, but it's time to start making dinner. I really haven't eaten anything of substance since breakfast. I've had a couple fruit snacks and a bar. A lot of water, but that's about it. So gotta make some dinner. Probably gonna do a fire. I was debating it, but now that the sun's out and the wind has died down, I might build one. There's a nice little fire pit over here, so we'll see what happens. So I need a little fire going. The old Vaseline on the cotton ball fuel. I gotta give a shout out to Frozen from Outdoor Adventures. I know he didn't invent that, but he did a really good tutorial on building a campfire. Even though I've done it before, it's just nice to be reinforced, and he really puts a lot of effort into his fires. So I appreciate what he's done. Again, all the people that I've watched their channels, it really does inspire and help people. So keep doing whatever you guys are doing, and I'm gonna maybe get good enough to give some advice to people down the road, especially people closer to my age, since all you young guys seem to have the market cornered on the young guys. Well, no, hey, I think people of all ages can enjoy this. I'm having a blast. What a great day. Wore my butt out, but that's okay. That's what I'm here for. First dinner of the trip. Should have been lunch today, but we had one of those days. We're gonna do a little ramen bomb. We got some beef ramen and some smoked bacon mashed potatoes, and then we're gonna throw in a little bit of tuna creations. So got my koozie, thanks to Darwin on the trail, who I watched his video to figure that out. So we're gonna let that cook in there for a few minutes and have ourselves some feast. There we go, my first ramen bomb. It's looking good, smells good. I just gotta get in there and dig in and eat. Nice and hot. 10 minutes in the pouch. I'll give you a review when I'm done. Of course, I'm starving, so it'll probably sound great. First time hanging a bear bag. It's probably not, gotta do a better job next time, but again, I'm not worried about bears here. I'm worried about little critters, so I'll live with that for the first time. We'll see what happens tonight. Got a little fire going, bear bags hung, and now it's time for some dessert. Day one's lesson learned. Trust, respect humidity. It wiped me out. Felt really good about what I got done today. I think it wasn't so humid. I probably could have gotten farther. Unfortunately, with Zaleski's rules, you have to stay in certain campsites. Probably could have gone 10. I went 7.2. Maybe could have gone 10, but I was done when I got here. In fact, I didn't drink enough electrolytes hiking. I have some Propel with Gatorade in it, and I drank some of it, but not enough. In fact, I got a Charlie horse when I was laying in the tent this afternoon. I thought it tore my hamstring. It was ridiculously painful, but I knew it wasn't, thank God. I'm fine now. I've been sucking down. I had some more electrolytes with dinner. A lot of water. Fortunately, there's plenty of water here. All in all, good first day. Tomorrow, got to get to campsite 3 before it rains at 3, which means I have plenty of time. It's like a little over 6, between 6 and 6.5. I'm going to take more breaks. I'm going to take my pack off more often, and not rush it. However, I do want to beat the rain. I don't want to get hung up on it, so I want to make sure I get camp set up. So if worst case scenario, I'm hunkered down in my tent for the night early, that's fine. I've got things to do. I've got podcasts to listen to, and just it's beautiful. I mean, nature here is gorgeous. So listen to my body, which at my age I gotta do. Enjoy what I'm doing. Don't act like I'm trying to get all these high miles, because it's ridiculous if you think you're going to, the first day you ever gone backpacking. Be happy with what you got, and soak it all in and keep getting better. I'm learning as I go. So, and again, all those YouTubers, especially the Ohio and Pennsylvania YouTubers who I've been following, who have given a lot of advice to their channels, I appreciate it, because I learned a lot and I'm learning a lot. So have a great night. I will see everybody bright and early in the morning. I'll be having some coffee and oatmeal. Thanks.